Protecting your sobriety, protecting yourself. And this could be used for people losing weight too. I always go for the losing weight when I figure most people can understand that one. But this is about substance abuse for this topic, the main thing. And food is a substance if you got a problem with, overconsumption of food. Basically, I had been trying to hang out with a friend for a while. I'm really bad with getting into my own hobbies or doing things. And so therefore making plans, like people know me, like, we can't make plans too far in advance because he won't feel like doing them by the time it gets there. I'm more spontaneous. It drives me nuts if somebody calls me up and wants to do something right now. And that's the type of person that I am. Drives me nuts. Anyway, so I said, hey, is there any time this weekend that you could have availability to come see you? Because they're not very mobile, and so they're home most of the time, and I want to go there. I didn't realize this until he responded back that, hey, I can't do anything on, and I thought he said he could. He can't do anything on Saturday, and I'm busy on Sunday. But we're heading over to this place to go do karaoke right now. And then he told me the name of the place, and I said, how many of those are in town? And he said, just that one. And I said, oh, it's not very far away from where I live or where I work. The thing is I've been wasted at that place before. And I've had some interesting stuff happen at that place before. And for me, drug memories are a big deal. Because I don't want to remember that feeling and all that. And then I'm afraid to go have fun. So what I'm saying is when somebody quits drinking or partying, or they know that if they go have a drink, they'll get away with it today. And before you know it, you'll start doing it more often. It's just what the addicted mind will do. So my mind initially was like, no, I can't go to do that. I text back, I'll see you tomorrow. And they respond back, oh, I'm busy tomorrow. And I thought, oh, well. And so I sat there and contemplated, do I go or do I not? And if I go, there's other people that I will not go out with. And then they're going to see it. Somebody's going to post on Facebook. And then they're going to be upset or want me to go do that. And then it's going to cause me my own drama. And so for like 2 or 3 hours, I was like debating it, like I'm going and going. I felt guilt and worried about how they'd feel, or if they would be offended if I didn't show up to come see them. And the bottom line is, protecting my sobriety comes over anybody, okay? I don't give a shit who you are, okay? And if you have had problems with your behavior, with staying away from substances, food, drinking, gambling, whatever it is, then you can't go to the bar. And even if I didn't drink and I just sat there, I'd see people drinking, and my mind sees that and sees them being able to handle it and thinks, well, I can probably handle it too now. So why bother putting myself in harm's way, sticking my neck out, and putting myself into an environment that I've made an agreement with myself already? We don't go there. Besides, it was at 8:30 anyway. I gotta go to, I like to be home at like 7:30, 8 o'clock now. Unless I'm like doing something in nature or something. And then I'm ready to head home about that time. I don't really want to go out and be out in the witching hours. It's after 9 o'clock. Yeah. Who knows what could happen now. So I just stayed to myself. And I had to realize that I'm more important than putting myself out there and risking falling off the wagon. Risking having a good time. And then desiring to do it again. I don't even want to get that music thing in my head, that singing, performing. That was all tied. That was stacked with alcohol and stuff when I was younger. So I don't even want to go there. So if you know anything about this, you've ever done it, tried to stay away from. I'd imagine people go through it that are vegetarian. Oh, here comes Jay again. He won't eat ribs. Everybody's all excited. It's a rib feast. Well, we got to get some carrots for them. And it's... Does that make any sense? It's just like feeling that certain way because you're around certain people. Oh, they're all gathering to eat, and you don't eat like that anymore. So it makes it kind of like, I don't want to go. I don't want to be exposed to your shitty way of eating. Well, there was almost an accident right there. Stupid people. Stupid. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to end the video there. That's about as much as I really want to talk about it. I felt guilt. Felt like I was going to offend, and I realized I only gave a shit because I was worried about how somebody else would feel. They're the ones that has to manage that. I can't risk myself. And if you're like that, where you need to stay away from certain environments, or you haven't learned your lesson yet, I'm telling you, stay the hell away from it. Maybe you need to change all your friends. That's what this comes down to, is my friends are all from that freaking bar scene, that era where I worked in a bar. And so the ones that are left, they aren't the ones that I used to go out and party with. But they're a part of the drug memory, and they were there. And they don't like being lumped into that same category as everybody else. From what I experience with them when I talk about it, they don't like it because they don't feel like they're that person. But from my perspective in that place, that they were part of it. So it's really hard to go out and do stuff like that. And I just wonder if I don't do things like, if I'm cutting everybody out. If I'm really like disengaging from everybody. I don't want to like stereotype and classify and like, it is what it is. There's a few people left. And they still go out and do stuff sometimes to those places that I don't go. And I wish that I could. And I don't really know if I wish that I could. I don't want to be out in it anymore. So, if you're any one of those people that I'm talking about, you see my actions. I haven't gone, I won't go. So, I don't feel bad about it. I don't. I matter more than I matter most. And I don't feel like a weakling over it. I've experienced the fails so many times that at one point you got to realize that's the wisdom. For me, your wisdom might be something else. Anyway, thanks for listening. Yeah.